Today I'm going to show you how to make healthy homemade matzo balls from scratch. This is a recipe request from my friend Kathy. She wanted to know how to make matzo balls without using a packaged mix. That way you can control the amount of salt and seasonings in them and make them healthier. These are fresh, healthy, and delicious, and very fluffy. The most important part about matzo ball making is that you get fresh matzo meal. Check the expiration date and make sure it's fresh. I personally like the Strites brand, but you can use any brand you find. On the back of Strites matzo balls is this recipe, and this is the best basic recipe that I've found. It, for me, makes foolproof results. First, we add the dry ingredients. 1 cup of matzo meal, a shake of herb salt, a little fresh ground pepper, a pinch of salt to taste. Is about 1/4 teaspoon. Next, we'll prepare the ginger and parsley, but you can also add fresh dill or any other herbs or seasonings you like. Chives are also good. Next, I peel the ginger. I'm only going to need about a teaspoon or so to taste. If you really like ginger, you can go as much as a tablespoon, but it also depends on how strong your ginger is. Then zest the ginger with a mandolin. So you can put about 2 teaspoons of ginger. I'll add the freshly grated ginger. Next, I'm going to mince and add the parsley. Add the parsley to the bowl. Next, we'll prepare our bowl of liquid ingredients. Start by cracking your eggs. 4 eggs. Some people don't like the stringy thing in the egg called the chalaza. You can actually take an eggshell and kind of skim that out of there, just like so, if they bother you. Scoop and drain them out of the eggs. Next, we'll add the oil and water. I like avocado oil as it has a very nice, neutral, buttery taste. In goes 1/4 cup of avocado oil. And 1/4 cup of water. Mix the liquid ingredients together. Mix them up real good till they're nice and smooth. Add the liquid ingredients to the dry ingredients. And stir the dry ingredients around. Mix together till just combined. And then the important part. Some people are in a rush and they're ready to boil their matzo balls right away. You need to refrigerate them for a minimum of 1/2 hour to allow them to chill and firm. Cover your matzo balls with a plate or some wrap in the refrigerator. Bring a large pot of water to a rolling boil. Fill the pot with a little space at the top, about 1 inch or 2, as the matzo balls will expand. I use filtered water where we live because our water is really bad and you don't want the matzo balls to absorb the taste of bad water. Another important thing to add to the water, unless sodium is a problem for you, is a bit of salt. As sodium flows from high concentration to low concentration, it's important that the water you boil in be more salty than the matzo balls, or it will pull all the salty flavor out of your matzo balls. I also add some seasoned salt for flavor. Now remove the refrigerated matzo ball mixture from the refrigerator. It should look thick like this. This has actually been setting for 1 hour. Remember, 1/2 hour is the minimum time for setting up your matzo balls. Longer is better, to a point. With clean, wet hands, scoop the pieces of matzo ball mixture and form small balls. Roll lightly to form a ball about the size of a shooter marble or ping pong ball, and add to the rapidly boiling water. If your hands get sticky, you can add a bit of water to them or clean on a paper towel. The matzo meal batter should look about like this. It's very soft. If it's a little too soft or liquidy, you can always add a little extra matzo meal and put it back in the refrigerator for maybe another 10 minutes or so. When you roll the matzo ball on your wet hand, Roll it very gently. This is the important part. Try not to squish it too hard. Just gently form it into a ball. After all the matzo balls have been added to the rapidly boiling water, let them return to a rapid boil. You'll see them float to the surface. At this point, we're going to close the lid. No peeking. No peeking at the matzo balls whatsoever while they're cooking, or they may become dense. Right now, the heat is up to high. We're going to lower it to medium, to a medium simmer. 20 minutes is the minimum cooking time, but I find 50 minutes gives a nicer matzo ball. We're going to turn it down now that we can see steam is coming out and it's at a rapid boil to a medium boil. And then they will boil for 50 minutes to an hour. After 50 minutes, the matzo balls are complete. Here's an uncooked one for comparison. You can see how much they puffed up. Now to try one. Look how soft and fluffy they are inside. Now you've made your homemade matzo balls. Add them to your favorite soup. Enjoy!